Yeah, right. Absolutely, yes. Welcome back in, or welcome in if it's your first time to Ultimate Soccer here on the pregame. Wrexham taking on Accrington Stanley FC. It's going to be a barn burner. This one's going to be tight. It's going to be another barn burner. It's going to be another nail biter. But I tell you, at the end of 90 minutes plus, we'll know what happens. But on this show, the pregame, we're going to cover the news, stats, opinion, the game talk, the game prediction, and highlights times DOS times two. So you're going to see what happened against Forest Green Rovers recently, and also the last time that these two met up, Accrington Stanley and Wrexham. You'll see what happened there too. But for now, let's take on board what happened in midweek for Wrexham at Forest Green Rovers and where the issues lied during that game. Take my take right now. Hayden launches the ball down. Forest Green clear. Luke Young now. Caught in possession. Forest Green on the attack now. Passes through Osadabi as left toes for dead. And in behind, it's 1-0. 3 minutes in. Can you believe it? What I want you to watch, though, here, take a look at the dance. Osadabi and Thompson. Now, the second goal, keeper collides. And there's a terrible challenge. Take a look at this again. McLean crosses. The keeper collides with the defender. But this is a leg-breaking challenge on Mullin. Definite penalty, says the referee. Mulls steps up. In it goes. One apiece. 90 plus 3. Thank you, Paul Mullin. The highlights dance. Yeah. Davey and Johnson, man. Like, when they were doing their thing, I'm like, is anybody getting this? Does everybody miss us? Like, I know the FGR fans in behind the goal were like, oh, this is too funny. And I'm so sad that no one's putting that online that we can see, because them two were like doing the old ska reggae. Did it, did it, did it. Because I used to be into that ska reggae, so I totally know what it's all about, yeah. But anyway, funny. But however, Wrexham fans, did you breathe a sigh of relief when that goal went in? When the penalty was called, first of all, but when the goal hit the back of the net, I mean, that must have felt good, right? Because for 90 minutes, because let's face it, FGR, Forest Green Rovers, score on 3 minutes in. It's 90 minutes plus 3 that Wrexham tie it up. So for 90 minutes, you've been on the edge of your seat. And I give credit to the Wrexham fans that travel there too. So well behaved and so sad you had nothing to feed off until the end. And it was good to go home with not a loss, right? It's not that losing is a trend with Wrexham, but anyway, keeping it simple, that felt good. Now, you could see the lads worked hard to get that result. That's all I'm saying. So, to the second highlights. This is what happened last time against Accrington Stanley. Take a butchers. Yeah, take a look. Right back. Absolute cracking game. I'll tell you what, keeping this moving along because I've got to get to talk to you straight after this. Let's get into the stats reel right now. A lot of work's gone into this. If you're here for the first time, you're going to enjoy this. And remember, press pause and have a look a little bit longer than the reel itself. It's a minute 55, just as normal. But like I say, press pause, have a look, and enjoy the beautiful artwork and the stats story as well as the narration. Be back in 1:55. Okay, let's get into the stats on the pre-game this weekend between, obviously, Wrexham AFC taking on Accrington Stanley. I want you to feast your eyes on the games this weekend. We've got a few games to come, but these games, there's 5 teams I want you to hoist in. Firstly, you got to think about Crewe Alexandra and Wrexham. Both teams are at home this weekend. And then you got to think about the other 3 teams in the top 5, that being MK Dons away at AFC Wimbledon, Stockport County away at Colchester United, and also Mansfield away at Newport County. Come on, Newport, we need a favour. Don't forget, Mansfield Town is first in the table. Now I want you to feast your eyes on the 12 games for Wrexham. That's the 12 games left in this season. And the beautiful part about that is that 7 home, 5 away games until the final game of the season. Obviously, this weekend it's Accrington Stanley, but there's some big games coming through toward the end of the season as well. Feast your eyes. Friday, March 29th, Mansfield Town at the Racecourse Ground. Then, later in the season, right towards the door's end, Crewe Alexandra away. And finally, that game I've been talking about for quite some time, Stockport County at the Racecourse Ground to finish the season. I wonder how big that's going to be between those two teams, considering they've both been in the top three or thereabouts the top end of the table all season. Let's take a look at the table as she stands right now. Doing good. No problems there for Wrexham. And you know, if you'd have told me before the season we'd be there with 12 games to go, I'd have been quite happy. Take a look at the top scorers between these two teams. Now we're going to switch over to the schedule. Remember, press pause as we go through, but there's the games coming through. Obviously, Accrington Stanley is the big game this weekend. And on the left side of the screen, it shows you exactly where each team is in League Two. There's some lovely stats to finish off for you. Please like and subscribe and help the channel to grow and pass this on to all your Wrexham mates. I ask you, please. A lot of good stuff in there. I hope you enjoyed it. I tell you what, it took quite some time to get all that together, but you know what? The research is well worth it because it does tell a story, and them stats do tell a story, as does my prediction. Take a butchers. So I see four things. Looking at the board now, because I've got the board ready, open and wired for you. This is where the research comes through. Now you've got to say to yourself, am I going to make a comment or I'm going to sit on the fence? I implore everybody to make a comment. There is no restrictions on the comments on this channel. You can say exactly what you want. So drop a comment. Hey, and if you're, like I say, here for the first time, subscribe. Subscribe. Get back into it. When the big competitions come through, I'm all over it, yeah? Check down below. Nearly 500 videos. I think we're like 475 right now. Nearly 500 videos. So anyway, keeping it simple. 4 big facts about the league that I see up in the top end of the table. There's 5 teams pulling away from the pack. Those 5 teams, Mansfield, Stockport, Crewe, Wrexham, and MK Dons. They're literally making a little bit of a gap between themselves and the rest of the pack. However, in 7th, keep an eye on Walsall, yeah? 13 points in 15 out of the last 5 games, 4 wins and a draw. On fire. If they keep that form going on, they're going to buffer up and challenge for a higher spot in the playoffs, not necessarily an automatic promotion spot, unless someone nosedives like Notts County, who literally have disappeared off the map. They're in 14th right now. What a difference a coach change makes, right? Now to Wrexham. Let's talk about Wrexham right now. So for Wrexham, you've got to be happy. You have got to be happy. If you said to me before the start of the season, I'm going to say you're going to be in 4th with 12 games to go, and you're going to be 3 points off the top, I would have snatched your hand off. So be up, be happy. I mean, happy days, man. When you're in the fight, you're in the fight. When you're not in the fight, that's when you can be down. We're right in the middle of something big. And we're the new guys. So, like I say, here's some stuff about Wrexham. 12 games to go. You've seen in the stats. If not, go back and have a look. 7 and 5. 7 home, 5 away. Wrexham is way stronger at home than away. So there's a plus point, yeah? If you even win 6 out of them 7, that's 18 points. That is 18 massive points. And take about 6 or 7 points on the road, promotion. Anyway, go with that. The last 5 home for Wrexham. 4 wins and 1 loss. 9 goals for, 2 against for +7. 12 points out of 15. So that's pretty hot. It doesn't get much better. Only a maximum would have been better. Morale for Wrexham is going to be really good right now. That late goal at Forest Green Rovers, man, did ever that feel good? I tell you, did ever that feel good? Yes, it bloody did. And I tell you what, the team will tell you that too, because they felt good walking off. They knew they should have got 3 points there, but that point might end up well being a big point come the end of the season. Remember at the end of the season, that point at Forest Green Rovers, the late goal penalty by Paul Mullin, and how big that might well be. Last 10, Wrexham. It ain't so bad. Be up. Don't be down. Don't wear a frown. I'm telling you now. If you wear a frown about Wrexham right now, you're not seeing the big picture. Last 10, 5 wins, 2 draws, 3 losses. That's not bad. That's not bad. Now, I say this much. Wrexham just need to play their game. Don't be nervous. Get on it. Get on the ball, own the possession, and above all, one thing's got to happen that hasn't happened recently is the passing's got to be swift and slicker. We've had some good passing moments, but not through the duration of the game. That's got to be better. And above all, execution in front of net. It hasn't been terrible, but we haven't exactly had lady luck on our side either. Look for that to change because, you know what? The team is in good shape and eventually the goals are going to really flow. And one thing, remember this, form is temporary. Class is permanent. I'll repeat that. Form is temporary. Class is permanent. And Wrexham has lots of class. Let's take a look at Accrington Stanley and what I see from them. Basically, looking straight off the board, Accrington Stanley last 5 away, 1 win, 2 draws, 2 losses, 5 goals for, 6 against, -1, 5 points from 15. Remember the points now. If anything else, just think on the points. 5 points from 15 away. Overall, last 5, 1 win, 1 draw, 3 losses, 4 goals for, 4 goals against for 4 out of 15, not 5. They get more away than they do overall. Wow. Interesting, eh? Overall, last 10, 3 wins, 3 draws, 4 losses, 12 points out of 30. Those points have come more recent, okay? So just hoist that in. Now, Accrington, 15th in the league, needs to make a real charge right now, in my opinion, for the playoffs. They're definitely in a situation where they can go higher in the league and maybe acquire maybe a 4 or a 5. I don't say it's automatic promotions, not at all, but they're capable, I tell you, of charging up league to get there. Recent form isn't the greatest, no doubt, but this team has potential. Are they capable of winning this goal? Yes, I say they are. And you know how? It'll be by 1 goal and with a solid team defense and possibly bad luck for Wrexham is what I'm saying. It's going to be tight. But I say this. I see a win for Wrexham. They've been working their asses off. The final pass, the final shots, sometimes it hasn't been on. Lady luck hasn't been raining down on Wrexham. Financially, yes. Advertisers, yes. But on the field, recently, no. But I think that's about to change because Lady Luck does come back around eventually. I'm thinking that the final pass, the final shot, and the final everything is going to come off on the weekend. And I'm thinking quality will return in front of net. I'm thinking you're going to see a victory, like I say, 3-1, because you know why? The cream always rises to the top. 7 home games to go, Wrexham fans. 5 on the road. Points have got to be had on the road to get automatic promotion. Understand that. And don't forget it. The home form's great, but we've got to get something on the road to secure 1, 2, or 3. Otherwise, it's playoff football. That's the reality. That is the reality. And I'll tell you another reality. Be up. Don't be down. 12 games to go. Like I said, if you said before the season, this is what I'm going to give you, you're going to be in 4th. You're going to be 3 points off the top. You're going to have 7 games at home, 5 games on the road to finish. Do you want to take that bet? I'd have been like that. Can I get that ×2, please? You know? So, honestly, don't worry. Like the old song, don't worry, be happy, yeah? Because I tell you what, you need to be bloody happy. So I say this much. In a nutshell, I hope you enjoyed the show. Hope you come back again. Please like, subscribe, spread it to your mates. Come on, do me a favour. Come on, seriously, do the show a service because we're building for you and more, yeah? So at the end of the day, Wrexham Accrington Stanley, it's going to be a nail biter. It's going to be a nail biter, but let's have it. Bada boom, bada bing. Cheers.